Welcome back to Toppa Field in Newport, Rhode Island. My name is Ed Habishaw. We just finished game one a short time ago, where Seahawks had a dramatic come-from-behind victory, 4-3 in the opener. Nicky Vanelli hitting a game-winning two-run homer with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And Matty Machado takes the line drive off the bat of leadoff batter Rachel Pereira for out number 1. Machado playing second base for the Seahawks here in game 2. Seahawks 4-3 winners over UMass Dartmouth in the opener. Corsairs now lead the all-time series 10-9. So this is game number 20 in the all-time history between UMass Dartmouth and Salve Regina University in softball. Avery Soares, the second baseman, batting second for the Corsairs, as she did in game 1. Here in game 2, she's facing Seahawks sophomore Courtney Lotta. Salve Regina pitcher from Lowell, Massachusetts. Very similar lineup for the Corsairs in game 2. It's Pereira, Soares, Medeiros. Jill Richards listed as a designated player. She was also listed as a designated player in game 1, but turned out to be the pitcher. Complete game for her. Her record falls to 4-7 on the season. Julia Kurt, the winning pitcher in game 1, is now 1-3 on the year. She came in relief of starter J.C. Garrigan. Garrigan moved to left field after getting relief help from Kurt. Garrigan now the starter in right field for the Seahawks. Count is now full on Avery Soares. 3-2. 1 out and nobody on base for UMass Dartmouth. Top 1 here in game 2. And ball 4. Tyler Benjamin on the live stats once again, and Jenny O'Connell with production on production truck. Jamie Wheeler providing still photography. The batter is Autumn Medeiros, third base. First pitch in there, a strike from Courtney Lotta. Lotta 1-3 on the season. This is her 9th appearance and 6th start as a Seahawk pitcher. She has a 3.53 earned run average on the year. 1 complete game. 35 2/3 innings pitched. Has struck out 22 batters in those innings. 0-2 pitch. Low. Throw down from Packer. Not in time. Stolen base for Avery Soares. That was a 0-2 pitch low for ball 1. Setting the defense for Lotta. She's in the circle as the pitcher. Lauren Packer behind the plate. Ali Guzmano at third. Amanda Riley at short. Maddie Machado at second. And Emily Angel at first. After that foul pitch, count remains 1-2. Outfield for the Seahawks. Lindsay Florent in left. Megan Guest in center. And J.C. Garrigan in right. That's a wild pitch that is going to let Soares get down to third base. And she knocks down Ali Guzmano, who's covering the bag. So a stolen base and a wild pitch puts Soares on third with 1 out and a 2-2 count on Medeiros. Low for ball 3. Pereira led off the inning with a pop to second base. Machado took care of that out. And then a walk to Soares, stolen base, and a wild pitch has the Corsairs thinking of scoring in the first inning. Swing and a miss. And the tag for the out. Strikeout swinging. Brings up the pitch, well, the designated player, Jill Richards. Kate McDonald is a scheduled starting pitcher for UMass Dartmouth in Game 2. Richards, as a batter in Game 1, went 1 for 3. Lined into a double play. She walked and singled in the 7th inning. She bats with 2 outs and soars on third base. The 1-0 pitch from Lotta. Low. Ball 2. It's Pereira, Soares, Medeiros, Richard, Major, Sheeran, Ogrizik, McSweeney, Hart in the batting order for UMass Dartmouth here in Game 2. Right down the middle for strike. 2-1 on Richards. Leah Major on deck. She's no relation to the $6 million man. That Tyler Benjamin has no clue what I'm talking about. Great TV show in the 70s, starring Lee Major, the actor, who later appeared as the Fall Guy, a stuntman. And maybe there is a relationship. Grounded to Machado, unable to field it cleanly, and the run scores. It's going to be an E4, and the run will be unearned. Soares crossing the plate for the 1-0 lead for UMass Dartmouth. First pitch into Lee Major. Called strike. It was a soft bouncing ball to Machado at second. Had it momentarily. Tried to transfer it to her throwing hand and lost it there as well. 1-1 now on Major. Major moved up in the batting order from 8 to 5. In Game 1, she was 0 for 2, had a sacrifice bunt in inning number 6. Now is looking at a 1-2 count facing Courtney Lotta. Lotta throws that one outside. No chase by Lee Major. 2-2. Lights are on here at Toppa Field, part of Free Buddy Park Complex. Salve Regina enjoying its 2-year-old complex with clay-colored turf in the infield and grass-colored turf in the outfield. Just across the way, Rogers High School on its diamond playing a home game in softball as Leah Major draws the 2-out walk. Brings up the first baseman, Sierra Sharon. The Corsairs have a run in the inning, unearned. Pitch low for ball 2, 2-0. Sharon in the opener was 1 for 2, singled in the second, drew a pair of walks, and then flew out to right field, ending the top of the 7th inning. That's grounded off the glove of Guzmano. Inning continues on the E5. So no hits in the inning for the Corsairs, but they have the bases loaded, already leading 1-0 for Matteo Grizik. Center fielder swings and misses. Oh, Grizik made a couple of nice plays in the outfield in game 1. Covers a lot of territory out there for the Corsairs. That's in the air, going to be tailing foul. Lindsey Florent catches up to it on one bounce. Hands it off to her fellow senior captain, Amanda Riley. Courtney Lauder ahead, 0-2 on Ogrizik. She bats from the left side. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Slaps that one foul. And she's out. Her contact with that ball was outside of the batter's box. So it'll be a credit to 2 on the putout, to you. And the inning ends. 1 run on no hits, 2 errors, and 3 left. We head to the bottom of the first. It's UMass Dartmouth 1, Seahawks coming to bat. After completing her biology lab during game 1, Lindsey Florent rejoins her teammates here at Toppa Field, and she is the left fielder here in game 2 and the leadoff batter for Salve Regina. They trail 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Florent, a senior captain from New Bedford, Massachusetts, bats from the left side and takes ball 1 from Kate McDonald. Florent followed by Nikki Vanelli, game 1 hero, with a 2-run walk-off home run, giving Salve Regina a 4-3 win. Vanelli will be serving as a designated player in game 2. And then she's followed by Amanda Riley, JC Garrigan, Maddie Machado, Lauren Packer, the catcher, Ali Guzmano, the third baseman, Emily Angel, the first baseman, and Megan Guess in center field. Three-0 count. Karina Bushy's dad is out in left center, right where Nikki Vanelli hit her game-winning home run. He retrieved that ball for the Seahawk freshman and put all the information on the ball with a Sharpie to commemorate the game-winning home run by Nikki Vanelli. She's at the plate now with nobody out, and Lindsey Florent on first base with a leadoff walk. Tyler Benjamin playing the eardrums for his favorite walk-up song. The battery combination for the Corsairs in Game 2 is number 18, Kate McDonald, pitching to number 14, Caitlin Hart. Janelle Iaquinto getting in front of that. Hard hit ground ball foul. Makes a stop. 1-1 the count on Vanelli. It was a first pitch offering from Jill Richards that she deposited behind the left center field fence for the game-winning home run. Ali Guzmano, the pinch runner, scoring ahead of her. Pitch outside for ball, 2-1. Count now even at 2-2. McDonald looking at her armband for the pitch. It's low, ball 3. And down to second with a stolen base goes Lindsey Florent. Vanelli, just the second batter in the inning. Florent led off with a leadoff walk. She's on second with a stolen base. And now Nikki Vanelli will get a 3-2 pitch from Kate McDonald. That's grounded to third base. Off the glove, but recovered. And in time, the call made by the base path umpire. 5-3 on the play. Florent stays at second base. As that play was in front of her. Brings up Amanda Riley. Riley batting from the left side, the senior shortstop from Barrington, New Hampshire. She had a walk in the opener. Was 0 for 2, but scored a run and had a pair of stolen bases. And speaking of a pair of stolen bases, that's Lindsey Florent on third. Actually, a wild pitch that got her there. I don't think she was running on that. In the air to center field and dropping an RBI single for Amanda Riley. Riley's on first with one out. A run in for the Seahawks ties the score at 1-1. And J.C. Garrigan at the plate. The right fielder in this game. In the opener, she was the starting pitcher and then eventually left fielder. That's lifted in the air right field. Grabbed by the second baseman, Avery Soares, on the green turf of the outfield. Two down for the second baseman for Salve Regina, Maddie Machado. She's followed in the order by Lauren Packer. Lauren Packer, the catcher in this game. As that throw down a second, not in time to catch Amanda Riley off with the pitch, stolen base. Throw was high as well. So Florence stole second, reached third on the wild pitch, came home on the single by Amanda Riley. Riley now on second with her stolen base, her third SB of the day. Pitch up high, ball 2 to number 2. Swing and a miss. Kate McDonald, 6 feet tall in the pitcher's circle. Junior from Scituate, Massachusetts, Scituate High School. Tallest pitcher that the Seahawks have faced all season. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Did you have strike 3? Okay. Thank you. It's 2-2 now. That's fouled. Nice job by Machado to spoil that pitch. McDonald keeping the ball low. McDonald wears a face mask in the pitcher's circle. She delivers another 2-2. Swung on and fouled out of play. Amanda Riley on second base. RBI single, then a stolen base for the Seahawk senior shortstop. She's there with 2 outs and a 2-2 count on Maddie Machado. Swing and a miss as that pitch tailed away for out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left. After 1, it's 1-1 here at Toppa Field. Courtney Lotta's teammates get that run back for the Seahawks. It's a 1-1 score as we begin the top half of the second inning. At the plate for the visiting Corsairs. And dead ball out. She's out. And that was a fun adventure for nothing, as Number 10, Nicole McSweeney, the left fielder, led off the inning. 2U will be the play. Second straight 2U for the Corsairs. They ended the first inning with Maddie Ogrizik called out for contacting the ball outside of the strike zone. Outside of the batter's box. And the same happens for Nicole McSweeney. She ran all the way to third. Might have even had a chance for an inside the Parker home run. But all for naught because she was called out immediately by the home plate umpire. Courtney Nalata now facing the number 9 batter in the Corsair lineup, which is the catcher, Caitlin Hart. With a 2-1 count now. 2-2. I should pay attention to Tyler's screen versus the scoreboard out in left field. That's the straightaway center field. And Megan Guess has a beat on it for out number 2. McSweeney's line shot had gone over the head of Megan Guest. And by the time she got it back into the infield, McSweeney was on third base looking to come home. Again, all for naught. She was out of the batter's box with that left-handed swing. Back to the top of the order, Rachel Pereira. She popped out to Maddie Machado in the first. We're in the top of the second. 2 outs, bases empty. For UMass Dartmouth, it's a 1-1 score. Time asked for by Pereira and granted by the home plate umpire. That's lifted high on the left side. Lindsay Florent catching it in play as that line from the third base dugout extends all the way down to the left field fence. Florent doing a great job of measuring where she had to work with and gets the final out on the FF7. So no runs on no hits and no errors. Nobody left in the second inning. We head to the bottom of the second. It's still 1-1. Freshman catcher Lauren Packer at the plate, leading off for Salve Regina in the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 the score between UMass Dartmouth and Salve Regina University. Non-league softball action here at Toppa Field. Packer's first plate appearance of the day. She was the first baseman starting in game 1 in the designated player role, in the flex role. Defensive only. First pitch swinging, lifts it high in the infield. Medeiros in from third base with the catch on the pop-up. 1 out. Brings up Salve Regina third baseman Ali Guzmano. Guzmano entered game 1 as a pinch runner in the bottom of the 7th inning after Emily Angel reached on an error. And Guzmano came home on the winning home run by Nicky Vanelli. Guzmano, a junior from Orange, Connecticut. Bats from the right side. Has played multiple infield positions this season. Second and third. First pitch ball to the junior. The 1-0 is outside for ball two. We're coming to you live from beautiful and historic Toppa Field at Free Buddy Park in Newport, Rhode Island. The lights are on. Strike one, the call. 2-1 on Guzmano. Tyler and Jenny, I believe Toppa Field had lights before Wrigley Field in Chicago. There's a shot to the gap. Ogrizik makes a diving attempt. It's through, and it's a stand-up double for Guzmano. Guzmano's first plate appearance results in a one-out double. She's on second base for Emily Angel, Seahawk first baseman. She started in left field in the opener and finished the game at first base. First pitch, a strike. She literally finished the game at first base because in the bottom of the seventh, she reached on a one-out error. Good check swing by Angel. Gets the ball call, 1-1. Ball two. 2-1 on Angel, freshman from Whitensville, Massachusetts. And unfortunately, thanks to the trade of Dwight Evans, or the loss of Dwight Evans on the Red Sox to the Baltimore Orioles back in the late 80s, we lost the Angel family as Red Sox fans. They became Yankee fans. We hope to get them back someday. Ball four to Angel. So she's aboard with one out. Guzmano still on second base. Brings up Megan Guest, the center fielder. That wild pitch gets to the backstop, and both runners advance. Angel down to second, Guzmano over to third. So Seahawks benefited from a wild pitch in the first inning. After Lindsey Florent drew a leadoff walk, stole second. She got to third on a wild pitch, and then Amanda Riley delivered her with an RBI single to center. Guest lifts that in the air over third base. Landing fair. Play at the plate is in time. So it'll be a fielder's choice for the batter, Megan Guest. We could actually call that a single because it wasn't a force play. They had to throw it out, and Guzmano didn't have to go on the play, but Guzmano is out at home plate trying to get home on the infield single by Megan Guest. And Lindsay Florent lifts the first pitch up in the air and caught in foul territory by Medeiros, the third baseman, for the final out. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. After 2 complete from Toppa Field, it's 1-1. Welcome back to Toppa Field, Newport, Rhode Island. Salve Regina University softball hosting UMass Dartmouth. Corsairs at the plate. Second baseman Avery Soares sends a single into left field. Leading off the top of the third inning, Avery Soares walked, stole a base, and scored in the first. And that's the first base hit for the Corsairs off of Seahawks starter Courtney Lotta. The Corsairs got a run in the first inning. That's Autumn Medeiros bunts it foul, picked up by Lauren Packer. In the first inning, a couple of walks and a couple of errors gave the Corsairs an unearned run. Seahawks tied it up in the bottom of the first on an Amanda Riley single to center. Guzmano fields the sacrifice bunt over to Angel at first. 5-3 on the sacrifice by Autumn Medeiros. Soares down to second base with 1 out. First pitch in from Courtney Lotta to Jill Richards, the designated player. Called strike, 0-1. Tyler, did we get a winner on that donut eating contest between games? Oh, one of the ball shaggers here at Toppa Field. Is that a member of our hockey team? Football? Excellent. Were you a competitor? Were you hungry? Did you get a donut afterwards or a piece of pizza? Oh, Tyler Benjamin. Well fed between games. 2-1 the count now on Jill Richards. Swings at the pitch. Lifts it high to Packer behind the plate. She catches the foul pop for 2 down. Brings up the Corsair shortstop, Leah Major. She walked in the first inning. Was stranded at second. That's to right center field. It's going to reach the wall and bring home the go-ahead run. Heading for third is Major. She'll be there with a sliding triple. So a leadoff single by Avery Soares. She scores on the two-out triple to right center by Leah Major. Major didn't have a hit in the opener. She was 0 for 2. She's now 1 for 1 with a walk-in triple in this game. Sierra Sharon at the plate. She reached on an error. In the first inning. And was stranded at first base. 2 down. Corsairs with a 2-1 lead. Major on third base, the RBI triple. And a 3-0 count on Sierra Sharon, the UMass Dartmouth first baseman. That's lifted in the air and dropping between a trio of Seahawk fielders. It'll be a single and an RBI for Sierra Sharon. It was a high fly ball, but found an opening on the outfield green. And it's a 3-1 game in favor of UMass Dartmouth. What an incredible grab on the foul line drive by Lindsay Florent in left field. The Corsairs score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the third inning. It's 3-1 UMass Dartmouth. Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning, Salve Regina University softball, trailing 3-1. Game 1 hero, Nikki Vanelli at the plate. She slugged a walk-off 2-run homer to give Salve Regina a 4-3 victory over UMass. Another Seahawk team winning today. Salve Regina baseball defeated Wheaton College 8-6 on Reynolds Field. In that game, Seahawks had 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Wheaton, 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Losing pitcher was Patrick Otter. He's 0-2. He lost in a relief appearance. Seahawks had 4 hits from Dylan Ketch. He was 4 for 4, 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. I also heard he was robbed of a home run. That was declared a double. Jack Betts was 1 for 5 with 3 runs batted in. Nicky Vanelli grounds that pitch foul. Madden Ward and Michael DeFusco had stolen bases for the Seahawks. And the winning pitcher was Tyler Hertzwig, senior, with an inning and a third of work. His record is now 1-0 on the season. He had 1 strikeout in his appearance. Save went to Brett Wilkes, another senior, as Nicky Vanelli gets the leadoff walk. My thanks to statistician Tyler Benjamin for bringing up that box score for Salve Regina Baseball. Now batting is lefty Amanda Riley. Senior shortstop singled in the Seahawk run in the first inning. She bats here with nobody out and Vanelli on first base. First pitch ball from Kate McDonald. Seahawks trail 3-1 in the bottom of the third inning. Both teams scored a run in the first, and then 2 runs came in for the Corsairs in the third. They had 3 hits in that inning. Ball 2. It's McDonald in the pitcher's circle, Hart behind the plate, Medeiros at third, Major at short, Soares at second, Sharon at first. Outfielders are McSweeney, Ogrizik, and Pereira. Down to second with a stolen base goes Nicky Vanelli, and that pitch misses the mark for ball 3. So Vanelli in scoring position on the stolen base, following the leadoff walk. Riley counting her favor, 3-0. Taking that pitch inside for a called strike, 3-1. Riley's RBI in the first was her 10th of the season. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count now full on the Seahawk. J.C. Garrigan on deck. Grounds that, just foul. It started out fair and then bounced wide of the bag at first base. Count remains 3-2. Seahawks and Corsairs playing here at historic Toppa Field in Freddie Buddy Park. Under the lights. That's grounded to the right side. Nice glove by Soares. Getting the out over to Sharon at first base. 4-3 on the play. And Vanelli moves up to third with 1 out. First pitch foul to the backstop. No flinching by the sports information crew. Garrigan crouching in the batter's box with an apparent injury. Rushing out there, athletic trainer David Cox and head coach Janelle Quinto. Some apparent tightness in the neck for J.C. Garrigan. Gets some help from athletic trainer David Cox. She's ready to go with an 0-1 count. Bunts that on a line drive. Sharon diving, coming in from first base. No play. Nikki Vanelli back to third base. Count now 0-2 on the Seahawk right fielder from Uxbridge, Massachusetts. Inside for ball one. Vanelli on third base. Led off with a walk. Stole second. Reached third on the ground out by Amanda Riley. And now Garrigan with a 1-2 count, looking to drive her home. Count evens at 2-2. Grounder, shortstop. And it'll be a fielder's choice as Major looked at Vanelli, chased her back to the bag, and throw to get her not in time. So Garrigan reaches on the fielder's choice grounder. No out on the play. Runners at first and third for Maddie Machado. Pitch outside. That was a pitch that got Machado out swinging in the first inning. She bats here with one out and runners at the corners. Garrigan at first, Vanelli at third. Seahawks trail by 2, 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. That's a bunt foul in the batter's box. 1-1 now on Machado. McDonald delivers. Back to McDonald. She'll get the out at first. Machado moves to second, and Vanelli holds at third. 1-3 on the play. Packer has the opportunity now to tie this game up with a base hit. Pair of Seahawks in scoring position. Lauren popped out to third base in the second inning. We're in the bottom of the third. 3-1 the score. UMass Dartmouth ahead of Salve Regina. Packer showing bunt as McDonald glances at her armband and takes ball one low. Benelli on the bag at third. Machado on second. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded, one bounce to Major, over to Sharon. 6-3 put out. And inning over for the Seahawks. No runs on no hits, no errors, 2 left. We head to the top of the 4th. It's 3-1 UMass Dartmouth.
Music compilation.
Left fielder Nicole McSweeney leading off for UMass Dartmouth as they bat in the top of the 4th inning, leading 3-1 over Salve Regina University. McSweeney called out for contact with the ball outside of the batter's box. First pitch from Courtney Lotta misses outside for ball 1. UMass Dartmouth and Salve Regina meeting for the 19th and 20th times here today. In the 19th meeting earlier, Salve Regina had a walk-off home run from third baseman Nikki Vanelli. Bottom of the 7th. Seahawks trailing 3-2, 2 outs. Guzmano the pinch runner on. And Vanelli, first pitch swinging, ripping a 2-run homer to left field to end the game 4-3 in the Seahawk favor. McSweeney singles up the middle. And the Corsairs have their leadoff batter on base. Batter is now Caitlin Hart, the Corsairs catcher in game 2. Lindsay Trubbick had been behind the plate for game 1. Hart, in her first plate appearance in the 2nd inning, flew out to center fielder Megan Guest. She bats here with nobody out and a runner on base. And it's bunted. It's fair. It's going to be a sacrifice for the batter, but it's going to be an E5 space sack that allows her to reach base safely, and then a plus that allows both runners to get to second and third. You'll have to give her a plus and then another plus here. So Hart's on second. McSweeney is on third. Nobody out. In the top of the 4th inning, UMass Dartmouth leading 3-1. It's the top of the order for the Corsairs. Rachel Pereira, the right fielder, 0 for 2 in this contest. That's in the air in the infield. Emily Angel under it at first base, has the out. And that's out number 1. Pereira, the top of the order for the Corsairs, is 0 for 3 in this game. lifting the ball in the air all 3 times. Popped out to second baseman Machado. Left fielder Lindsey Florent in foul territory. That's to Florent in left. She reaches up and grabs it. Throw to second base. Doesn't get the runner there. And the Seahawks are throwing the ball around the infield, and that's going to result in another run. As the ball leaves the field of play, 2 runs in. It's going to be a sacrifice fly for the batter as the run scores there, but then the next run coming in is going to be unearned on throwing errors. So it'll be an RBI. Just put RBI here for Avery Soares. She gets the sacrifice fly to left field. McSweeney's run is earned, and Hart's run is not earned. I'll make sure we have errors in the line score reflects the same line score we see there. And we have 2 outs with the bases empty, but a 5-1 score for UMass Dartmouth. Actually, both runs will be unearned because that would have been the 3rd out if they had gotten Hart out. So we'll correct that. There are 2 outs in the inning. And Autumn Medeiros at the plate. She's 0 for 2, struck out swinging in the first and sacrifice in the third. So she's 0 for 1. 2-1 pitch, ripped up the middle. Base hit into center field for Medeiros. Her first hit of the game 2. And somehow she's on second base. I missed that. She kept going. All right. So it'll be a single and just a plus that gets her there. So Janelle Quinto will visit the circle and bring in a reliever for Courtney Lotta. It is her classmate, Andy Nelson from Candia, New Hampshire. We'll take a break here from Toppa Field as Nelson will take some warm-up pitches. Andy Nelson with her first appearance at Toppa Field today. Coming in on relief of starter Courtney Lotta. Lotta has given up 5 runs, only 2 earned. Both runs this inning were unearned, and any run that may score in this frame will continue to be unearned. as Jill Richards bats, facing Andy Nelson. Richards reached on an error in the first, was stranded at third. She foul popped to the catcher Lauren Packer in the third inning. Batting here with UMass Dartmouth ahead 5-1 in the top of the fourth inning. 1-1 the count on Richards, facing Andy Nelson, the new Seahawk pitcher. Outside for ball, 2-1. Count goes to 3-1. So all four Seahawk sophomores have had pitching appearances today. Starters Garrigan and Lotta, and relievers Kurt and Nelson. Count now full on Jill Richards. She was the starting pitcher in game one for the Corsairs. Ended up being the losing pitcher on the walk-off home run by Nikki Vanelli. She's batted in the same spot in both games. That's grounded back to Nelson, and she guns it over to Emily Angel for the final out. So 2 runs on 1 hit. Oh, excuse me, 2 hits and 2 errors, 1 left for the Corsairs in the fourth inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 5-1 UMass Dartmouth. Kate McDonald has a 4-run cushion to work with here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Her Corsairs leading 5-1 over Salve Regina University as Seahawk junior Ali Guzmano at the plate. Guzmano led off, had a 1-out double in the second inning for the Seahawks, and she was caught at the plate for an out after Megan Guest singled. It'll be Guzmano, Angel, and Guest in the fourth inning for Salve Regina, trailing 5-1. And Guzmano through the left side singles for her second base hit of the day. Leadoff single puts Guzmano on first for Emily Angel. Angel, the first baseman, drew a walk in the second inning. First pitch in there from McDonald, the strike. Angel nods her head. Yep, you got me on that one. I'm ready for the next pitch. She resets herself in the batter's box. McDonald checks her left arm for pitching signal and sends it outside for ball 1. 1-1. Bottom third of the Seahawk order. Guzmano, Angel, and Guest. facing McDonald in the bottom of the fourth. Seahawks trailing 5-1. Pitch fouled by Angel. Count runs to 1-2 on the Seahawk first baseman. Outside, Guzmano running down is safe at second with the stolen base. As the throw from catcher Caitlin Hart glances off of Guzmano. Ali Guzmano shaken up on the throw down to second. She has a stolen base and is now standing on the bag after getting attention from Janelle Iaquinto, her head coach, and David Cox, her athletic trainer. 2-2 the count on Emily Angel. Nobody out. Guzmano on second. McDonald with the pitch. Low and outside. Ball 3. Full count on the Seahawk first baseman. Megan Guest on deck. Nice job by Angel spoiling that pitch. She'll see another 3-2 pitch from the 6-foot right-hander from Scituate, Massachusetts, Kate McDonald. Into right field, foul. Landing into the bullpen area. Well struck by Angel, but landing foul. Another 3-2 pitch from McDonald to Angel. Bouncer, shortstop. Good glove and throw. And out at first, safe at third. So the 6-3 put out on Angel is the first out of the inning. Guzmano timed her path to third base and got there. The throw actually got there in time to Madero's covering, and Guzmano was able to navigate around a tag, but there is discussion between the umpires. Maybe an appeal from the opposing head coach that she might have been out of the base path, but she is safe. Guzmano at third with one out. Guest at the plate. Janelle Iaquinto, the head coach, in the third base box. Jen Rosa, assistant coach, in the first base box. Guest at the plate. Ball low. Megan singled over third base in the second inning. On that play, the Corsairs were able to erase the Seahawk base runner at home plate. Guzmano trying to score from third. 2-0 count on Megan Guest. Seahawks center fielder from Meriden, Connecticut. Batting over 300 on the season. Pitch up high. 3-0. Top of the order, Lindsey Florent on deck. Florent walked and scored in the first. The 3-0 low for ball four. So Guzmano led off with a single, stole second, reached third on the ground out. And now she's joined on the base pass by Megan Guess with the 4-pitch walk. Lindsey Florent at the plate. She's 0 for 1. Swings at the first pitch, lifts it in the air, and caught in foul territory by McSweeney. Nicole McSweeney doing a nice job running towards the foul line. It's the second foul pop by Lindsey Florent. Both times first pitch swinging. Brings up Nikki Vanelli. Hit her team-leading third home run of the season to cap off a great Game 1 victory for Salve Regina. She bats with 2 outs and Seahawks on the corners. Guest at first, Guzmano at third, and a 1-0 count. Down to second, the throw, cut off by Major, and Megan Guest has a stolen base. Eliminates the force out at everywhere but first. Seahawks with runners at second and third. A 2-0 count on Nikki Vanelli. Into the gap in right center. This will bring home 2. Vanelli into second with a double. Guzmano and Guest score ahead of that hit. And it's 5-3. A 2-out, 2-run double by Nikki Vanelli. Gets the Seahawks 2 runs closer. And brings up Amanda Riley. Riley singled in a run in the first, and then grounded out to second base in the third. That's in the air to McSweeney in left. Drifting over towards the foul line. In fair territory, makes the catch for the third and final out of the fourth inning. Seahawks score 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. After 4 complete from Toppa Field, it's UMass Dartmouth 5, Salve Regina 3. Seahawks get 2 runs back in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're in the top of the 5th. UMass Dartmouth leading 5-3. And Leah Major has walked and tripled, scored a run, and drove in a run. Has a 1-1 count facing Andy Nelson. First time that the Corsair shortstop has faced the Seahawk right-hander. That's fouled out of play. 1-2. Five runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Corsairs. 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors for the Seahawks. Nice job by Lauren Packer trying to frame that pitch, but it's outside for a ball. 2-2. Only 2 runs earned off of Seahawks starter Courtney Lotta. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And tag applied by Lauren Packer as the pitch hit the dirt. First baseman Sierra Sharon at the plate. She's reached twice. Error in the first and single in the third. First pitch swinging out of play. Jenny O'Connell on the production for today's game, and Tyler Benjamin on live stats. He's kept a monitor on both this game and elsewhere at Reynolds Field as Salve Regina Baseball defeated Wheaton College 8-6. That's grounded to shortstop Amanda Riley. She has it over to Angel at first. 2 down. Center fielder Maddie Ogrizik. 0 for 2 in this game. Bats from the left side. She was called out for contacting the ball outside of the batter's box, and then a line drive catch in foul territory by Lindsay Florent. She fouls that first pitch off. Ogrizik wears some body armor on the right elbow for protection. One-on-one. Andy Nelson came on in relief with 2 outs in the top of the 4th and has retired. Let's wait for it. All 4 batters she's faced as that pop to shortstop Amanda Riley ends a 1-2-3 5th inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. UMass Dartmouth leading 5-3. J.C. Garrigan, Maddie Machado, and Lauren Packer due up in the bottom of the 5th inning for Salve Regina. Right fielder, second baseman, and catcher Garrigan, Machado, and Packer to face Kate McDonald, UMass Dartmouth pitcher. First pitcher ball. Corsairs leading the Seahawks 5-3. Bottom 5. Up and away for ball 2, 2-0. McDonald with the 2-0 pitch. Grounded, third base, fair territory, Medeiros. Throw not picked up by Sharon at first. So Garrigan reaches safely. Maddie Machado rings a base hit into right field. Garrigan on her way to third. And Machado back to first safely. Garrigan reached on the error in the infield. And she's on first base now. Nobody out with runners at the corners. Lauren Packer bats, the freshman from Manchester, Connecticut, participating on the Irish national team, seeking a bid to the Olympics. And Machado will reach second base with a stolen bag. That pitch was in the dirt for a ball on Lauren Packer. She's 0 for 2, popped to third base and grounded to short. She bats with nobody out and runners in scoring position. Machado on second, Garrigan on third. That's bounced to the left side. They're coming home, and a good play as Medeiros gets it to Hart, and well done by the catcher to apply the tag. So fielder's choice for Packer. She's on first base. Machado reaches third as Garrigan is out 5-2 on the play. Fielder's choice. The batter is Ali Guzmano. 2 for 2, a double and a single. She scored in the 4th inning. She bats here in the bottom of the 5th. Seahawks trailing 5-3. Two 2-0 count on the junior from Orange, Connecticut. Lauren Packer on first. Manny Machado on third. Seahawks have had some base runners erased at home plate. This is a soft ground ball. Shortstop, play, and out. So that'll be second straight fielder's choice for the batter. Guzmano on first, Packer on second, and Machado erased 6-2 on the play. 2 down, 2 on. Seahawks trailing by 2, and the batter is Emily Angel. That pitch bounces in front of Hart. Nice job blocking it, keeping it in front. Angel 0 for 1, walked in the second, and grounded to shortstop in the 4th. Another low pitch for ball 2. Megan Guest on deck. Guest is 1 for 1. Singled in the second and walked and scored in the 4th. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Seahawks trailing by 2, 5-3. Guzmano on first, Packer on second. Angel at the plate. up high for ball 3, 3-0. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Megan Guest.
Big trouble. The Seahawks, number 4, Megan Guest.
So Guest can help the home team out with a base hit here. Trailing by 2. First pitch in there, a strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, 5-3 the score. Megan Guest at the plate. Kate McDonald pitching the 1-0. Into right field, a base hit. Packer scoring, and right behind her is Guzmano, tying the game at 5-5. Megan Guest with a clutch 2-out, 2-run single. A hard hit ball by the Seahawks center fielder. So both runs coming in for the Seahawks unearned after leadoff batter J.C. Garrigan had reached on an error. Machado followed with a single. Both of those runners were caught out at the plate. Seahawks have tied the score 5-5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like we have a pitching change for the Corsairs. We were told it's number 25, Anna Kerwood, a freshman from Florence, Massachusetts. And she'll be facing the top of the Seahawk batting order, Lindsay Florent, in a tie game. 5-5 as Megan Guest delivered a 2-run, 2-out single to right field, bringing home Lauren Packer and Ali Guzmano. Prior to that, the Corsairs had erased Seahawk runners at home plate. J.C. Garrigan out Medeiros to Hart, and Maddie Machado out Major to Hart on infield grounders. So Packer reached on the fielder's choice. Guzmano reached on the fielder's choice. Both scoring on the 2-out single by Megan Guest. Kate McDonald gives way for Sherwood. Anna Kerwood was listed as Game 1 starter. She was in the defensive-only position.
Number 11, Lindsay Florent.
And now the frequently patient Lindsay Florent at the plate. She has runners at the corners. Taking the first pitch all the way. It's a strike. Florent walked, stole a base, and scored in the first inning, and then has had a pair of foul pop-outs on the left side. Swing and a miss there in an 0-2 hole. Emily Angel on third base. She walked and reached third on the single by Guest. Guest is at first base. The 0-2 pitch bounces, and Guest will get credit for a stolen base. She was off on the pitch. So a pair of Seahawks in scoring position for Lindsay Florent, who has a 1-2 count. Grounds that right side. Kerwood, underhand flip in time to catch Florent at first base. Sharon with the foot in the bag. 1-3 the play. For the Seahawks in the inning, 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 2 left. After 5 complete, it's 5-5 here at Toppa Field. Come back for the top of the 6th. Seahawks starter Courtney Lotter now off the hook with today's decision as we have a tie game. Annie Nelson in her second full inning of work as a first pitch foul by Nicole McSweeney. McSweeney, the left fielder in game 2. Out on a batted ball outside of the batter's box, and then singled and scored in the 4th. An 0-1 pitch on its way from Andy Nelson. Grounded to Guzmano. Her throw to Angel in time. 5-3 on the play. One out, bases empty for the catcher, Caitlin Hart. She's 0 for 2 with a run scored. Nelson picks up the slow bouncer and throws over to Angel. 2 down, 1-3 on the play. Hart benefited from a pair of Seahawk errors in the 4th inning, reaching on an error and then scoring on a throwing error. Top of the order for the Corsairs. 5-5 game in the top of the 6th inning. Bases empty for Rachel Pereira, the right fielder. She's 0 for 3 here. Fouled out of play. That's another bouncer back to Nelson. A 1-2-3 in the 6th inning. Seahawks will come to bat in the bottom of the 6th in a 5-5 game. Reliever Anna Kerwood ready to start the bottom of the sixth in the pitcher's circle for UMass Dartmouth. We have a 5-5 game between the Corsairs and the Seahawks. Nikki Vanelli grounds it to Soares at second. Over to Sheeran at first. And out number one in the sixth inning. 4-3 on the play. Brings up Seahawks senior shortstop Amanda Riley. She's 1 for 3 in this game. An RBI single in the first. Then a grounder to second and a fly out to left. That's grounded to shortstop Leah Major. Bang, bang play at first. And out recorded, 6-3 on the play. 2 down, bases empty for J.C. Garrigan, Seahawk right fielder here in game 2. Seahawks trailed 5-1 in this contest, then got a pair of runs in the fourth and fifth innings as Garrigan rips a triple to right center. A 2-out triple for J.C. Garrigan. Never hesitated around first base. She had third base on her mind the entire way. She stands at third with a 2-out triple. That's her first hit of this game. She represents the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Maddie Machado would like to bring that home. Back to Kerwood. Nice try by the pitcher, but the run scores. Garrigan crosses the plate, and the Seahawks lead 6-5. It's going to be an E1 on the play. Kerwood almost made an amazing play by getting it to first. Definitely not an earned run. But one RBI for Machado. She's on first base. And Lauren Packer at the plate. Throw down. Machado safe at first. 6-5 the score. Seahawks with the lead in the bottom of the sixth. 2 outs. Machado on first. Packer batting. That's grounded to the left side. Medeiros over to Sharon for the final out. 5-3 on the play. So for the Seahawks, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We head to the top of the 7th. Nelson will come looking for the victory. Soares, Medeiros, and Richards due up for the Corsairs as they bat in the top of the 7th inning, trailing by a run. 6-5 the score. Seahawks ahead of the Corsairs. Salve Regina, pitcher Annie Nelson, first pitch low for ball 1. Avery Soares is 1 for 1 in this game. 2 runs scored, walk and a stolen base in the first, singled and scored in the third, and a sacrifice fly in the fourth. She's the leadoff batter here for UMass Dartmouth. And a 2-0 count working against Andy Nelson, facing the Seahawk right-hander for the first time. 3-0 now. Seahawks scored the go-ahead run in the bottom half of the 6th inning. A 5-5 game. 2-out triple by J.C. Garrigan. She came home after Machado reached on an error. Nelson pours in strike one. Nelson, the pitcher of record. After the Seahawks came back from a 5-1 deficit, looking to improve to 8-3 on the season. And ball 4 to the leadoff batter. Soars on first base. And Autumn Medeiros at the plate. Medeiros struck out, sacrificed, and singled in this game. She was the last batter that starter Courtney Lotta faced. Bunting. Nelson bare hands the ball, throws to Angel at first, 1-3 on the sacrifice. So 1 out. Soars down to second base. And the designated player is Jill Richards at the plate. She's 0 for 3 in this game. Reached on an error. Foul pop to Packer behind the plate. And then bounce back to Andy Nelson, the first batter that Nelson, the reliever, faced in this contest. First pitch misses outside for ball. Salve Regina with a 6-5 lead over UMass Dartmouth. That's in the air, center field, or actually infield. Second baseman, Maddie Machado with it. 2 down. Maddie Machado catching that, coming in from second base. Leah Major, the batter. She's walked, tripled, and then struck out. Her strikeout came against Annie Nelson. She went on that swing, and it's strike one. Major is the only strikeout that Nelson has in this game. It was the second batter that Nelson faced. And that was leading off the 5th inning. Strike 2 is in there. 0-2 count on Leah Major. Tying run represented in Avery Soars on second base. She had the leadoff walk, sacrifice there by Medeiros. The 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. 1-2. Top of the 7th inning. Seahawks lead by 1. 6-5 the score. 1-2 the count on Leah Major. Again outside. 2-2. Packer behind the plate. Guzmano at third. Riley at short. Machado at second. And Angel at first. The 2-2. In the air. Center field. Back goes Guest. Under it. For the out. Securing the 6-5 victory for Salve Regina. So in relief comes Andy Nelson. Allows 1 base runner to reach. And that was the leadoff walk in this inning. And then she gets the final 3 outs. Seahawks win 6-5. 6 runs on 8 hits, 4 errors for Salve Regina. 5 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Corsairs. Final score in Game 2, 6-5. Final score in Game 1, 4-3. Seahawks sweep the doubleheader with the Corsairs, 4-3 and 6-5. My name is Ed Habishaw. Thanks to our production from Jenny O'Connell and our live stats from Tyler Benjamin. Seahawks improve to 10-11 overall. The Corsairs fall to 11-13 on the season. These were non-league contests. The Seahawks will be back at Toppa Field on Saturday when they host Commonwealth Coast Conference opponent Gordon College. Join us then for that action from Toppa Field. Have a good night, everybody.